and welcome to Issaquah Buzz, where we talk about all things business in Issaquah, from new restaurants to retail gossip. My name is Monahan, and I work with the City of Issaquah's communications team. And I'm here with Jen Davis-Hayes, our Economic Development Manager, and my favorite person to gossip with when it comes to Issaquah news. How are you today, Jen?
Wonderful, wonderful. It's November. Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
We have some exciting things happening this month, so we'll be talking about them soon.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Winter season is here. If you look out my window right now, it's November. All right. So before we turn to some gossip, make sure to stay tuned for later on in our podcast where we'll spotlight a local business. But now let's turn to our favorite part of each of our months here at Issaquah Buzz and talk about what's new in Issaquah. So this first one, you and I were just chatting about before we started. Ninja Quest Adventure. What is it? Where is it? What is this form of either exercise or entertainment? Yeah.
Well, probably both. Yes. So we had a ribbon cutting there, and it's the only Ninja Warrior practice place in the area. So basically, the show Ninja Warrior, where you try to go across different, challenges.
Yeah.
So they have classes. They have open gym time. They can do birthday parties, and they even have some classes for as young as 3 years old. So it's classes from 3 to 99 plus, right? And so it's located over by 24-Hour Fitness. And yeah, it just looks like a fun thing to try out, get some exercise, get some challenge on, and or do a party there, because we're always looking for new places to host gatherings at. So definitely we'll get the kids sweating if they do it.
Well, and I think it's a perfect time for them to open with everyone turning indoors. And so finding activities for kids or adults and keeping fit or having fun indoors is always welcome to find another spot. So that's great news.
Exactly.
Yeah. So last month we talked about, is it Levant Cafe?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Crepes, Mediterranean food. And did they recently open?
They did. So they're in Gilman Village, where Bloom Juice used to be. So So when I saw they were a creperie as well, my mouth is watering already. So I'm gonna go actually checking that out next week. But love to hear if any of our listeners had been there yet, and it just looks like a really yummy menu. So exciting to see another food option at Gilman Village.
Yeah, it's and I'll be curious, how much they have as far as indoor seating. That's such a cool, funky building. So I'm excited to see what they've done with it. I'll have to stop by and check it out.
Yeah.
I did mention Miss Saigon Kitchen over at Issaquah Commons, so near Safeway and REI in our last podcast. I'm just proud to report that I went and took my girls. It was delicious. There was something on the menu for everybody in my family. It was a cold and stormy night, and I got a really heaping bowl of pho. And it was delicious and just so wonderful and warming. So I also love the decor inside. They did a wonderful job in remodeling it, and just a great addition, I think, to all the restaurants in Issaquah. So definitely go check it out. Again, just a great variety on their menu and really good service. So I'm just excited they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The one that I think everyone's been talking about since the sign went up and the announcement happened on social media. So there's been a lot of chatter in our community, is that Blazing Bagels, finally a bagel place, is coming to town.
Yes, they have been looking for 5+ years for a location.
Wow.
Yes. So I've talked to the head bagel in the past, the owner of the franchise, and I love it. You can have a title for whatever you want when you own the business, right?
Yeah.
And they really wanted to be in Issaquah. I'm sad to see 55 Sunset close, but I think Blazing Bagels will be a great location. It's a great location for our community. They're not just doing sandwiches, but they have breakfast sandwiches as well. They have coffee. And just the many options of bagels are just really gonna be exciting to kind of taste the different versions as they have new ones each time.
Nice. So this is located near Big Picture, right on Sunset, for those that maybe have not been to 55 Sunset. And, rumor is they'll open in a few weeks. They have to do some improvements inside and get everything ready. But yes, I'm thrilled. Bagels are now, there's a bagel shop here in Issaquah. And I know that your team did a survey a couple of years ago now, right? And one of the top things we heard was bagels, right?
Yes. The end of 2021, we asked residents what kind of businesses they'd like to see here. And so bagels, bookstore were two of the things. And guess what? We got a bookstore and now we're getting bagels. So that's exciting. But yeah, it's kind of strange to think about, like, why bagels? But then you look at what Blazing Bagels has, and you just think, this will be good.
It'll be great, just as a quick stop off for breakfast or lunch, or grabbing a coffee too. So I think it will be really popular. So I'm excited for them to open. Okay, there's another one on our list: Regent Bakery and Cafe.
Yeah. So this is going into the previous GameStop location over by PCC and Michael's. On the north side of I-90. And so it's an Asian cafe. So it has food, it has baked goods, and it's traditional Hong Kong style Chinese. So again, bakery was another, bagels, bakery, and bookstores. We should have branded that. Those are the three things that people wanted to see more of in Issaquah. And so really excited to see this. Is just in the beginning. They just submitted their permits, and obviously going from a retail store to a restaurant takes a little bit more time, so we're going to have to be a little cautious. But they do have a location in Factoria, as well as Redmond and in Seattle, if you guys want to go check it out and see what they'll be bringing here to Issaquah. So I'm very excited that we'll have some yummy new restaurant, but also some baked goods that will be great to check out.
I keep doing that where you mention a new restaurant or business in town, and then I go see if there's other locations, and I'm looking at the menu, and I'm like shopping for food that I'll be eating in months now. But for some reason, I need to immediately go scope the menu. So I will do that and check out what they offer, just to get excited.
Yeah.
So a lot of our beloved restaurant or businesses in Issaquah were recently honored in the Seattle Times Best of the Pacific Northwest. So we want to take a minute to just celebrate that honor. So the list includes Capri Cellars for its wine selection, The Garage, a teen cafe. That's an interesting one to make the list.
It made it as daycare, which I think was a weird topic, but I think that's just how the topic didn't fit exactly what the teen cafe or the garage is. But I think it's great that they are recognized because they do so many amazing things for teens in our community. So
they do. They offer so many programs, a great place to hang out after school. I love just seeing that area just hopping right after school with a whole bunch of our local teens. It's a great place and a great resource for our community. All right, Maltitino, Best Italian. We already knew that.
Yes.
Bohm's Candies for their yummy chocolate. I was just talking to someone the other day, a coworker who had not been through the Bohm's tour.
Oh.
I know. And I just take that for granted that everyone has taken the Bohm's tour in our community. But anyway, just a quick plug. If you've not done that tour, you can go and see the original owner and his home and take a tour. Amazing history of swimming in the Olympics and Julius Bohm and his life. It's a wonderful piece of history here in Issaquah that everybody should go see. So even if it's around the holidays and you're shopping for gifts, booking a tour is always really fun.
Yeah, an indoor activity, right? When it's
another indoor activity. You're right.
With some yummy chocolate at the end.
I did see Issaquah Coffee on the list, and I think they did a great job on social of just promoting that they were honored. But yes, tried and true here in Issaquah.
Another favorite place.
Yeah. And then Sweet Bee Hair and Skin in the Work Lofts. I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah, so I believe they were in a different location, but the Work Lofts is that location that's across from Gilman Village, where you have small spaces that small businesses can rent and lease, and there's a ton of personal care, professional care, arts, office space, counseling, and everything. But back to Sweet Bee Hair and Skin. So they basically do, everything from obviously hair, but also waxing and skincare and brows and all that kind of fun stuff. So see that they were recognized in, again, best of the Pacific Northwest. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I need to also Google that. I have a lot to Google after this. All right. So, one area this time of year, both of our teams, communications and economic development, really partner together to promote Small Business Saturday and shopping local throughout the holiday season. So before we know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving. Before we know it, it's already kind of the holiday shopping season. And new this year, something that your team led, Jen, was creating an Issaquah Loyal shopping guide along with a lot of key partners in our community. Can you tell us a bit more about this project?
Yeah. So you may have seen Sasquatch making a heart over its head at Salmon Days, promoting the guide. She was hanging out by the salmon hatchery, but we made sure none of the fish were disturbed. So the new guide is a great resource for anyone looking for something special, unique, and local in our community. So you can find the guide directly on the Visit IssaquahWA.com website, and there's links to it from our partners, including the Downtown Issaquah Association. So the website itself has a nice shopping map that helps orient new visitors to our community. Yeah. So if it has different shopping centers that we have highlighted businesses in, but it gives you an idea of how much shopping we actually have in our community, which is great. Mm-hmm. Another fun, cool thing is they actually have a calendar of the holiday markets. So there's a lot of pop-up markets that occur up in the Issaquah Highlands and downtown. And so those are all on that event calendar. So again, another opportunity to go and go to feel and see products with your eyes and hands that aren't typically in the storefront. Mm-hmm. And then the big push in this Issaquah Loyal shopping guide is gift ideas. And so there's several categories, and then we have featured 8 businesses in each category. And so 64 amazing Issaquah businesses overall. So some pretty cool poems touting our Issaquah loyal spirit. So when you go in and check it out, there's a new poem for each category, but it's not an online shopping portal where you go and you buy it right there, but it directs you right to the business website. So you can either purchase it in the store or you have an online option if that's something that they do. So some of the things, I don't know if you checked it out yet, Miss Google, all these fun things. But some of the categories that we really looked at, and we worked with actually a DECA class in Issaquah High School to create the teen options of gift ideas. But we have a section for kids, for pets, around arts and creative gifts, stocking stuffers, outdoor rec, foodies, and clothing accessories. So all those things that, there's a lot of hard to buy for people. I think you can find something on the site. So you guys should check it out. It's beautiful. The website really has a lot of photos of for the different businesses that really make you feel what their business is about, which is really cool.
And let's just, you and I, our favorite topic, let's just for a moment talk about why it's so important to shop local for the holiday season. At any time, really. I know that, the plans are to have other guides for other times of year. Yes. So that, our Issaquah Loyal campaign is year round. And it just, it warms my heart when I see our stickers or our posters, or this just arrived in my office.
Oh,
you guys, if you can see it, an Issaquah Loyal shopping bag I was quite excited about.
Yes.
This branding was created back when COVID had first just started. We were like, how do we best support local businesses? But why is it so important for us to shop local?
Yeah, so you might have heard in general that when you shop local, more money stays in the community. Well, it's 4 times the amount of money stays locally in the community. So that means that the owner of that business, who again makes the profit or makes some money off of the store, isn't reinvesting here. So it's not going back to a corporate headquarters somewhere in Minnesota or New York, and so those investments then provide more benefits for our community. So again, 4 times the amount of money stays here in our community and really helps to create more jobs, more opportunities for people to benefit in the long run. And then, of course, you have local taxes, all those kind of good stuff of when you buy things here in our city, that money then, the sales tax portion of that comes back to the city so we can continue to invest in services for our community. So, but beyond that, it's really getting to know and making those connections with local owners, managers, and employees who really care about the business, and they chose Issaquah for a reason, right? And so when you go in there, it's not just this is a job, but this is a love they have, and they want to share that with you. So a little bit of financial and a little bit of feel good of why shopping local makes sense for us all. Yeah, and I think just you won't find the type of gifts that, again, a lot of these small businesses and local businesses make. And so, I don't know about you, but I'm always like, oh, great, the same thing, another blah, right? But these things, even if it's the same thing, it has a unique twist to it. Like an ornament that I purchased a few years ago for a friend that was a wood ornament in a heart, and it said Issaquah sketched in there. So it's really, again, things that you're not going to find in other places. So
yes. Well, and the plans are to continue doing this for future seasons. So if any of our listeners have ideas on what we should be featuring, check out what was done for the winter guide and know that more are coming. So an awesome project. I'm really excited about my tote. And it's like the melding of our many campaigns, but now also includes a Sasquatch holding a heart. Yeah.
and those are going to be available at our market, the holiday markets that are online. So not to purchase, but they're going to have different ways to give away. So if you buy a certain amount of money, the first 100 in or whatever it may be, we have a limited number, but who knows, maybe if it's a really popular gift item, we can think about purchasing more in the future. So so go check out those holiday markets and a chance to get your own tote.
Well, and there was a tagline, right? Finding a gift in Issaquah is easier than finding Sasquatch.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, that is very cute. So with that, stay tuned now for our latest business spotlight. We're featuring the Arium Shop, which was formerly Aquascapes, and it's in Gilman Village. I wandered into this shop several months ago and was just like, where am I? And what is this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? You feel like you're surrounded in a biodome or something. I don't know.
Yeah, totally. It's like our Amazon sphere, but here in Issaquah, where it's like everything is this like living decor, beautiful plants, beautiful just aquariums, something to look at everywhere. So anyway, a really cool retail store that also does classes too. And an awesome, speaking of shopping for the holiday season, a great place. So check out our business spotlight to learn more about what they do.
We're located here in Gilman Village, here in the heart of Issaquah. We equip customers to design, build, and maintain their bespoke naturescape. So essentially, we focus on bringing nature indoors for our customers here at the Arium Shop. I was in tech prior to this as a program manager for software development and UX UI design. Then COVID hit, and so I ended up with a couple years on my hands, and during that time, my interest kind of spiked, went through the roof. And one of those interests, of course, was just plants in general, and I did keep aquariums for about 15 years. But when you have a lot of time in your hands for the first time in your life, you kind of really dive into your interests. I was here in Gilman Village one day for brunch, and I saw the space was open, and I was just inquisitive about it, and ended up kind of snowballing into a very real thing in a very short period of time. For people that are totally new to this space, we try to make it a little less intimidating for them, and we have really easy setups to start a beginner, essentially. And for those who are already established, we act as a supply shop. There's a lot of different variations of indoor gardening. We're kind of over the top here when it comes to indoor gardening. We do act as a plant shop, so if you want to just get a potted plant for this season, we got you covered there. We also do custom orders. But we also offer everything from terrariums to paludariums and ripariums and nature aquariums in particular, which if you think of a normal aquarium that you might think of, this is packed with plants. We also this year have been offering a lot of workshops, and we do them almost weekly, and that has been an excellent way to engage the community, but also introduce them to a really easy way of getting started in this type of indoor gardening. The city of Issaquah has been very responsive, which I feel like, not to badmouth any type of government, but sometimes bureaucracy can slow things down. And not only are they very responsive, they've actually visited me in person, which is really nice. So, you're actually talking with real people, and I feel that that makes me feel they're much more engaged in the community, especially when it comes to supporting small businesses like ours. I'd say if you want to get started or interested, just visit our website. You can book your appointments there. You can join the workshop and see all the classes there as well.
All right, that's a wrap on our latest edition of Issaquah Buzz. Thanks so much for joining us. Join us next time to hear more about Issaquah business news. And if you have a favorite business, or you've heard some gossip or a rumor that you want us to track down, send us an email at ed@issaquahwa.gov. Thanks again.
Bye-bye.